Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to our lunchtime stretch workouts. We will wait just a couple of minutes until we have everybody with us, and then we will get started. In the meantime, if you can make sure you have a mat, some water, and plenty of space around you. We will get started in a few minutes once we have everybody with us. We are in no rush, none at all. Good afternoon, welcome, thanks for coming. We will just wait a little longer until we have everybody here before we start. Hi Len, good to have you. Matt at the ready. Good. There is no rush. None at all. We'll just give it another minute or so before we begin. We'll just wait and see if anybody else wants to join us. And then we'll get our stretch on. Who else do we have joining us this afternoon for our stretch? Who and where in the world are you? And then I'll tell you a funny story. Cool, got a couple more coming in the door. Hello everyone, welcome. We'll give it just another 30 seconds before we begin, just to see if anybody else wants to come and join us, and then we'll get started. Make sure you've got your mat to hand, some water nearby if you want, and plenty of space around you. We're going to get our stretch on, we're going to loosen off. If you've done any exercise in the past 24, 36 hours or so, this will be good just to help you recover and loosen off. Hi Diana, good to see you. Thanks for coming along. We'll get started real soon. Fun fact, my dad said I was wearing too many dark and non-fun colours, so here we go Dad, a bright orange t-shirt just for you. Hi Corey, good to see you. Hi Tracy, welcome to the funhouse. When you're ready, come to the centre of your mats and we will get this party started. We're just going to sit on the floor, with your legs crossed, hands on top of your knees, sitting up nice and tall. It looks like we've still got a couple more people coming in the door, which is fine. We will just wait on them to get settled. Just sitting in the centre of your mat, as tall as you can. Bring your shoulders back, lift your chest, and relax your shoulders. I want you just to focus on your breathing while we're sat here. Nice deep breaths in and out. We just want to try and slow down the heart rate before we begin. Deep breath in and out. Let's do that one more time. Fill those lungs right to the bottom. And then out again. Okay, can you take your right hand for me and place it on your left knee? Take your left hand behind. Gently lift your chest up and rotate your shoulders round to your left. Don't force the stretch, you're just using this knee for a little bit of assistance to twist through the midsection and loosen off. I want you to take 2 deep breaths here, in and out. And then we'll do the same again. And as you breathe out, release back to the middle. Take a second to establish balance, and then we'll take left hand onto right knee, right hand behind, lift your chest and rotate through the center. And 2 deep breaths here. Well done. Come back to the middle. I want you to walk your hands forwards as far as you can, okay? This is your stretch, your workout, so just go to the point where you find it a stretch. At no point should it be sore. We should just be looking to feel a little bit of tension through those muscles. When you feel that tension, you hold the stretch, and then take a couple of deep breaths in and out. As you exhale, try and walk your hands just an inch further forwards to get a little bit more length through those muscles. Nice work. Slowly walk it back in. Can you take your left foot, stick it out to the side, and tuck your right leg as close in as you can. Hi Amy, thanks for joining us. Both hands onto your left shin. Just reach as far down your shin as you can. Relax your shoulders and lengthen out that hamstring. And actively think about letting go of any tension in the top part of this leg, in your quad here. Let go, relax, do not fight the stretch. I want to take a couple of deep breaths here. And as you exhale, think about bringing your chest a little closer down towards your knee. There will be some people who can get their chest to their knee. I am not one of those people. And that is quite okay. We're all different. We can all stretch more and less than others. But this is just about you. One more deep breath here. And then come up. We're going to swap it over. So right leg out, left leg in. Reach out. Don't force it to begin with. Just reach your hands forwards and relax those shoulders. Remember, let go of any tension in this quad. Don't tense it up. Release, relax. And as you exhale, release a little further. Now you may feel this in the back of the leg and the hamstring underneath, but you may also feel it back here, which is fine. There is no right or wrong way to feel a stretch, as long as it's not sore. Couple of deep breaths, and as you exhale, relax into the stretch a little further. And then sit up nice and tall. Can you bring both legs together in front? And then just slowly slide your hands down the front of your legs towards your ankles. Again, bringing your chest down towards your knees, and just come as close as you can. As you exhale, try and come down just a little further. Take one more deep breath. Take it down a little further. And then sit up nice and tall. Can you take your right foot and put it outside your left knee? Okay? So your right knee should just be in front of you. Left foot on the other side of your other leg. Wrap your arms around your knee and bring it in towards your chest. If your left foot starts to lift off the floor, that's fine. Just bring your knee in as close as you can. You're trying to bring your right knee as close to your left shoulder as possible. Go as far as you can. If that's just a little bit of movement, that's fine. If you can bring it all the way in, great. To emphasize the stretch just a little more, lean back ever so slightly to the left. And we'll just lengthen out that stretch in your bum, maybe in your lower back as well, depending on where you're more or less tight. Take a couple of deep breaths, give that knee a nice big cuddle. One more breath here. And then we're going to swap it over. Take your time, lengthen out both legs. Bring your left foot, put it outside your right knee, give your knee a hug, and bring it in towards your right shoulder. Big deep breaths. One more breath here and lift that knee nice and high. And then let it go. Nice work. Take your time and swing your legs to the right, okay? Off to the side, not underneath you. And we want to try and sit up nice and tall, okay? You may already feel a bit of tension down this left side, which is where we're looking to stretch out. If you don't feel it, that's okay. We're going to emphasize that stretch in a second. So both feet just to your right. Knees are in front. Take your left hand, reach up, and then reach over to your right. Again, we're just lengthening out this side of the body here as much as you can. Big deep breath in, and as you exhale, stretch a little further. Breathe in and breathe out. Can we go once more? Breathe in and breathe out. Well done. Slowly come back up to the middle. Take this right leg and push it behind you and off to the side, okay? We're going to look to stretch off the hip flexors here. Bottom of your abdominals, the top of your quad. So put your right knee out to the side and then square your shoulders in front, okay? If that feels a little easy, if you're particularly flexible, straighten that right leg out behind you and then straighten out the hips and the shoulders from there. Whatever option you choose, try and stay as square to the front as possible to really lengthen out that hip here, okay? If your knees out to the side, that's fine. If you want an extra stretch, come onto your elbows and bring yourself down to the floor. Relax and breathe. And then slowly come up. Good. Bring that right leg around the front. Reset. And now we're going to take both legs off to the left. Okay? Just like we did a second ago on the other side. Feet are off to the side, knees are in front, and square the chest to the front. Take your right hand, push it up, and a little lean over to the side. Okay? Deep breath in, and as you exhale, reach a little further. Breathe in and breathe out. Can we do that once more? Deep breath in, and as you exhale, reach a little further. And then come back up. Good. Take a second, slide that left leg to the back. Okay? Knee off to the side, or if you're really flexible, straight behind you and square off the shoulders and the hips. Nice and long. If you want to emphasize that stretch wherever you are, either knee to the side or straight back, bring your elbows down to the floor and relax into the stretch. Couple of deep breaths here. And then we're going to slowly come back up, okay? I want you to come onto your knees. I'm just going to twist my mat ever so slightly to give you a different angle. So we're going to sit on our knees with them nice and wide, our toes together at the back and your bum on your heels. Sitting up nice and tall to start with. Can you bring your hands behind you and place them flat on the floor? You may already feel a bit of tension in your quads and in the top of your hips, which is where we're looking for. When you're ready, I want you to lift your bum off your heels, your hips to the roof, pull your shoulders back, and then come down and release. Can we do that again? Maybe aiming for a little bit higher. Lift your hips up, and then back down. Let's do that one final time. Nice and smooth, push up. Hips all the way forwards, and then down, and sit up nice and tall. Well done. Take a second. We're going to walk out into the child's pose. So keep your bum back on your heels. Slowly walk your hands forwards, and relax your chest down in towards the ground. You may feel a little bit of tension in the shoulders, in your lower back, in your hips. But as I've said, that's okay. There's no right or wrong way to feel this stretch. Just relax your head down onto the floor and take 3 deep breaths. One more time, nice and deep, right into the lungs. And then come up just ever so slightly. I want you to take your left hand nice and wide and slide your right hand underneath it, okay? So the legs are still facing the same way, but your left hand goes wide, your right hand goes underneath, and then you're going to sit back at a slight angle, okay? That way, we just put a little bit more tension down that right side of the body, and we want to stretch it out nice and long. If you can, bring your chest and your head down to the floor, just come as low as you can, don't force it. And then come up a little. Take your right hand wide, stick your left hand underneath, and then drop back in the other direction. Still pushing your bum straight back with a slight left lean to lengthen out the left side of your body. Give me another nice deep breath here. Make it as long as you can. Nice work. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to come forwards until you're flat on your face. Okay, so your hands are just outside your shoulders. Relax your lower back, and then you're going to lift your chin, lift your chest up off the floor, relax your shoulders away. Big deep breath, and as you exhale, come back down. Let's do that again. Breathe in. Relax those shoulders, think about bringing your chest and your chin up to the roof, and then come back down. Let's do that one more time. We're in no hurry. Set yourself, shoulders back, chin and chest up. And then release back down. Then you come back to halfway. So, knees under the hips, hands under your shoulders. We're going to do our good old favorite, the cat-cow. So, first of all, take your back, lift it up, tuck your tailbone under, your chin under, arch your back as much as you can, and then drop your belly button to the floor, lift your bum, lift your chin, and drop that back as much as you can. Imagine you're trying to push your rib cage into the ground whilst keeping your arms straight. Let's do it again. Lift up. And back down. Deep breath in and lift up. And out. Let's do it one more time. Nice deep breath in and out. Come back to halfway and just reset there. Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you tuck your toes underneath? And then what we're going to do is we're going to try and push your heels down towards the floor by lifting your bum up. Push it to the back of the room. Bring your shoulders and your head close together. And then bend your knees and release and come back down to the floor. Let's do that again. See if you can get your heels a little closer to the ground. Lengthen out those legs as much as you can. Bring your chest and your chin through. And back down and release. This time we're going to stay up a little longer, okay? So let's try it again. Push your heels down, push your bum back, lengthen out those arms. Can you bend your left knee and straighten out your right leg a little more? Bend your right knee, straighten out your left leg. And just swap those over. Left heel down, right heel down. Left heel down, and right. So we're just lengthening out those calves, those hamstrings, making them nice and long. Big old push. Can we go for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bend your knees and drop down onto the floor. Take a second. I'd like to come up onto your knees and take your left foot, nice long stride, plant it flat on the floor. From there, we're going to push your knee forwards. We're going to bring your hands down to the ground. We're just looking to lengthen out that back hip, making your leg as long as you can. If that's too much of a stretch, just stay up nice and tall and think about letting that tension go in the hips relaxing into the floor as much as you can. Let's stay down here for a couple of deep breaths. In and out. As you exhale, think about actively reducing the tension in that hip. Relax more into the floor. Breathe in and out. Ever so slightly till you feel that tension in the back of your hamstring again. Don't force it. If you need to, you can just stay up as tall as you like, but we'd like to feel a bit of tension in here. Please don't put your hands on your legs. We're not looking to emphasize that stretch. We certainly don't want to injure the knee. If you need to, or if you can put your hand on the floor for balance, but no pressure on that knee. Good work. Let's swap it over. So come onto your knees first. Take your other leg, big step forwards, push your knee through, and bring your hands down to the floor. Remember, if you don't want to bring your hands down, just stay up tall and think about relaxing those hips forwards into the ground. Lengthening out all through here. You can get a little bit more if you bring your hands down to the ground. Big deep breaths. And on your last exhale, push off, sit back, lengthen that leg, and lean forwards. We want to get that tension into the back of the leg. Remember, try and let go of any tension in this quad. Don't force it, don't fight it, and don't push down on that knee. If you need to, you put your hand on the floor. Good work. Take your time. I'd like you to come onto your bum with your legs out nice and long, okay? Hamstrings have taken a lot of abuse just in those last few stretches, so I want your legs out in front and just slowly think about reaching forwards again, okay? Letting go of any tension in your quads. And give me 3 deep breaths. As you exhale, stretch a little further. One more time, nice and deep. Very well done. Okay, take your time. I want you to come flat onto your back. Lengthen your legs, hands either on the floor or just on your hips, wherever feels most comfortable, okay? Let your body relax into the floor. Let go of any tension in your core, in your hips, and your quads. Give me 2 deep breaths here. Keep your head and your shoulders relaxed on the floor. Do not lift your heads. Just breathe, relax. And then I'd like you to bring your right knee up. Put your hands either on top of your knee or lower down on your shin. And just gently bring that knee in towards your chest. If you can, keep your head and shoulders on the floor. Your other leg should be staying out nice and straight. And just pull that knee in towards your chest, straight up the middle. Good work. Lengthen out that leg, reset, and then swap it over. Reach up nice and far, grab your knee, bring it into your chest. And then release. Right, this time we're going to grab onto both knees. So bring them up, wrap your arms around your knees, and give yourself a nice big cuddle. Think about letting go of the tension in your lower back and just relax into that stretch. Give me 3 deep breaths here, and every time you exhale, bring your knees closer into your chest. On your third exhale, just lengthen out those legs and lie flat on the floor. We're going to stay here for 30 seconds and you're not going to do anything at all. Try and stay as still as you possibly can. You're lying out nice and long, as straight as possible, and big, deep breaths. Think about letting go of the tension in your shoulders, in your chest, in your rib cage. Think about relaxing your core into the floor. Let go of the tension in your quads, in the top of your legs, down into your lower legs. Relax your feet, relax your fingertips. Close your eyes if you like, and just big deep breaths in and out. Again, breathe in nice and deep and out. You give me 2 more. Breathe in and out. 1 last time. Breathe in and out. Very well done. Stay there as long as you like. When you're ready, carefully, slowly sit up and meet me in the middle of your mat with your legs crossed. There is no rush. Take all the time in the world to come back to the middle. If you wish to grab yourself a drink, you can. Now's your chance. But we're just going to finish off real soon. Relax your shoulders. Sit up nice and tall. We are done. Great work. I hope you found that relaxing. Muscles feeling a little looser, a little longer than they did when we started. These workouts are all going to stay up online for a wee while longer, so feel free to go back and practice them at any point you need. We've got one more class today. We've got our circuits class at 6 p.m. It's going to be a little bit more high intensity than this, but it's going to get the blood flowing and burn off a little bit of energy from maybe sitting around in the house all day. So very well done. Thank you very much for coming. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to pass them on. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and we will see you at a class soon. Thanks, team.